Okay, welcome. I'm in Autodesk Revit. I've just opened up a new architectural template. I'm going to go ahead and start laying out room 144. I'm going to start by creating the walls, and I read up here that walls should be proper length and proper height. So I go over to Revit, and I find it most comfortable to work in the level 1 floor plan. There are certainly some other ways I can view this object, but to start making walls, I'm going to want to use a level 1 floor plan, which is looking down from the top and seeing the floor plan. So in order to go walls, I'm going to go up here underneath architecture, and I'm going to click on wall. And once I do that, I have some choices up here of how I lay out my walls. If I use the line function, it is simply going to serve as a polyline. The line itself tries to snap orthographically, that is to say, it tries to stick to the X and Y as much as it can, and I'm not even worried about the distances right now, but I'm just going to lay out a box. You'll notice as I come across here, a dashed line will get created that will help me line up and close. But I'm either going to do that, or I could certainly use this rectangular box here and then just left click to start and then left click to finish and lay out a box like that. Now I'd like to go ahead and select this to erase it. So if I try to select it like that, what happens is it starts drawing on. And I don't really wish to do that. So what I need to do is I need to click modify, and then I can go grab something and I'm going to go ahead and right click and delete it. Okay, so I'm back. I have adjusted in and out. I'm using the rolling wheel to learn to navigate on my mouse, and I've got a rectangle laid out, and it has some sizes. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to introduce what's called the 3D view. By clicking on it once, it'll make it appear down here in my object browser, so now I can go toggle back and forth between the level 1 floor plan and say my 3D view, which allows me to see that. And I need to go ahead and make the lengths and the walls correct, the length and the height correct. So I'm going to go to level 1 floor plan. I'm going to click on any wall, and you're going to notice that instantly what pops up is an adjacent wall, and its length is there. I've measured the classroom, and pardon me as I grab my measurements. This side is 31 feet and 3 inches. So I just enter it as 31 space 3. And Revit assumes that you're going to enter it as architectural or construction notation, which is feet and inches. So I needn't to actually put a unit on there, and you'll notice that it does that for me. By clicking on this, that is at 36, and that measurement, the south wall is 24 feet 1 inch, and it will instantly make my walls the proper length. If I take a look now, so I'm the proper length, but they are not the proper height. If I were to look at any specific wall, that's 20 feet tall. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Control and click on all of them to select them all. Or certainly I could come over here and just drag a box over all of them to select them all. And then I go into this Properties tile. The Properties tile right now has it does not have it connected as a top constraint, but rather just is telling it to be 20 feet tall. So I could come over here and just hit 8 space 6, enter, and hit apply, and that would shrink them down to 8.5 feet, which is the height of my wall. The other way I could do that is I'm going to hit edit undo and make them large, but I'll go in there and select them. I can constrain them, which is nice because especially if I make multiple floors, I'm going to have that go up to level 2. Level 1 is the base level. Level 2 would be the second floor or the ceiling, depending on how I did it, but I can also do it like that. If I want to change, I believe that set it at 10 feet, not 8'6", so I can change by going to an elevation view, which is standing out to the side and looking. I'm going to go out to the east side here and look, and you'll see that. So level 2 is indeed 10 feet, but I'm able to switch that easy enough, and now I'm just going to go ahead and 8'6" and enter. And now, when I go back to my 3D view, I am the proper length and the proper height.